So today we begin chapter 8. This chapter pertains to some special functions which are of practical importance. That's why those functions and their properties are studied separately in detail. So the functions are Legendre polynomials and Bessel functions. So first let's see what are Legendre polynomials. Legendre polynomials. The differential equation given by x square minus 1 y double prime plus 2xy prime plus minus n into n plus 1 y equal to 0. Note down this differential equation. This is called Legendre's differential equation. We can find power series solution of this differential equation about any given value of x. But the power series solution corresponding to x equal to 1 is of practical importance. So let's find its power series solution about x equal to 1. How to find the power series solution about x equal to 1? You are seeing that you can break this factor into two linear factors. Right? Now, because this is broken into two linear factors, this is linear factor with y prime and this is constant. This equation is perfectly suitable for conversion to hypergeometric differential equation, because once it is hypergeometric, you can directly write the solution. Okay? So do you recall the transformation by which we can convert this equation into hypergeometric for solution about x equal to 1? P equal to x minus a over b minus a. What are a and b here? A is 1, b is minus 1. So you have minus 1 by 2, x minus 1. Put t equal to this into this differential equation. Then you should get t into t minus 1 y double prime. In y double prime here, double prime means second derivative with respect to x. But now y double prime means second derivative with respect to t. Or you should write explicitly d2y over dt square plus 2t minus 1 dy by dt minus n into n plus 1 y equal to 0. If you use this transformation, this is the transformed form of this equation. It is hypergeometric. This differential equation is hypergeometric. If you compare it with the general hypergeometric differential equation, you get a plus b plus 1 equal to 2, c equal to 1, and ab equal to n into n plus 1 minus n into n plus 1. We have discussed hypergeometric differential equation in the previous lecture. You should recall these things. What are values of a and b from these? Can you tell me values of a and b in terms of n? Minus n and n plus 1. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this hypergeometric differential equation, you know those constants. A is minus n, b is n plus 1, c is 1. And transformation is this. Can you tell one solution? Recall that f a comma b comma c comma x is a solution. So what is a here? minus n, b is n plus 1, c is 1, and t is minus half x minus 1. So you are able to write one solution of this hypergeometric differential equation. You can write other also, but we are interested in this because you will see that second solution is not bounded about the point of interest. So let's focus on this solution. From this, we will derive the Legendre polynomials. Can you write its full form in the series? Before moving to that step, let me explain you again what we are doing. We are trying to understand the origin of Legendre polynomials. So this particular differential equation where n is a constant is Legendre's differential equation. We are interested for its solution about the point x equal to 1. So what we planned to convert this into hypergeometric differential equation because once it is hypergeometric, we have a ready-made solution. So how to change it to hypergeometric? Use this transformation. This is a standard one, you know. After conversion, you are getting this differential equation. Then you compare this equation with the standard hypergeometric differential equation and you are getting a equal to minus n, b equal to n plus 1. C is 1. After that, you have written one solution. Up to this, I think it's fine. Okay. Now, next step is write its series form for y1. Do you recall the series for FABC? Means FABC X stands for which notation? Which series? It's 1 plus A into B over 1 into C X. Or factorial is also there. Tell me. It goes like this. Right? This is the expansion of FABCX. FABCX in fact stands for this power series. So just you have to replace here A by minus n, B by n plus 1. See what we get. And C by 1. So what we get? You get minus n into n plus 1 over 1 into 1 into x plus, I want to write one more term, minus n into minus n plus 1. Then b means n plus 1, n plus 2 over 1 into 2, 1 into 2, and then x squared, plus and so on. What is special about it? When n is...
Sir, it should be t square.
Yes, it should be t square, but I want to write it in x. In x, how can I write it? 1 minus x over 2, right? And 1 minus x over 2 whole square. This is my relation, right? In t and x. Of course, first you should write t here, but t is replaced by 1 minus x over 2. So everywhere in place of t, you will put 1 minus x over 2. Okay, so now tell me, when n is a non-negative integer, what do you get? For example, n equal to 0, what is left?
So t is minus 1 by 2 x minus 1, not 1 by 2 x minus 1.
Sorry?
No, sorry, it's fine.
Okay. So I'm saying that when n is 0, what do you get? When n is 1, what do you get? N is 0, you get only 1 because this n factor is repeating in all terms. So when n is 0, you are getting only 1. Let's denote that function by p0x. When n is 1, what do you get? 1 minus 1 into 2 over 1 into 1 into 1 minus x over 2. That's it. After that, all terms would be 0. Why? Because this minus n plus 1 would be appearing in all terms. Point is that when you put non-negative integer into this solution, you get a polynomial of nth degree, which you call Legendre's polynomial. So what is Legendre polynomial? In fact, a particular solution of the Legendre's differential equation. You have derived this as a solution of the Legendre's differential equation. After that, when we substitute n a non-negative integer, it always reduces to a polynomial of degree n. That polynomial we are denoting by Pnx and calling Legendre's polynomial. Okay. Another thing in this solution, let's denote this solution by Pnx. Naturally, there would be n terms, n plus 1 terms, and that would be a polynomial of n degree. What is the value of Pn1 in particular? Can you tell? In this expression, if I put n equal to x equal to 1, you understand these terms would be 0.
1.
So you are getting 1. So this is one particular feature of Legendre polynomials. Values of these polynomials at x equal to 1 are always 1. So up to this step, this should be very clear to you that Legendre polynomial is denoted by Pnx. It is a particular solution of the Legendre's differential equation. Its value at x equal to 1 is 1. Also, this expression, after a lot of algebraic expressions, algebraic manipulations in fact, can be converted into a compact formula. And that formula is 1 over 2 power n into n factorial nth derivative of x square minus 1 power n. Note down this formula, very important. We call this formula Rodrigues formula. We will do its proof also. One way is that you rearrange these terms. There is a very lengthy calculation given in the textbook. You can see that. So after a lot of algebraic manipulations, you can reach to this step. You can prove that Pnx is this. Second way is Rodrigues formula, means there is another approach to prove it. We will do it, okay? So what is the advantage of this formula? You can get any Legendre polynomial just by substituting the value of n here. You can derive various Legendre polynomials. For example, if you need P0x, what is that? P0x means no derivative, n is 0. So you are getting 1 over 2 power 0 into 0 factorial, just 1. Now see what is P1x. P1x means 1 over 2 power 1 into 1 factorial. First derivative of x square minus 1, what is that? 2x. So you are left with x. Likewise, you can derive other Legendre polynomials. You can check yourself. P2x is 1 by 2, 3x square minus 1. Okay, so using this formula, you can derive Legendre polynomial of any degree or any order. Let's prove this formula in a different way. I tell you, Legendre polynomials are very important from practical point of view. Even we use these polynomials in cosmology. Cosmology is my research field, right? These are used there. Okay, let's prove this formula, the Rodrigues formula. Start with this step. Suppose v equal to x square minus 1 power n. See these steps carefully. These are easy. Just you have to see once. Differentiate this function one time with respect to x. I'm denoting dv by dx by v1. Okay. So what is v1? 2nx x square minus 1 power n minus 1, right? After that, I can rewrite this in the form x square minus 1 v1 2nx v1 2nx v only. Is it right? Check it. You can write it x square minus 1 power n over x square minus 1, that I've taken to the left side. After that, 2nx x square minus 1 power n is already v. So I replace that by v. And then took this term to the left side. So you understand this step, okay? Differentiate n plus 1 times. Are you aware with this formula? Nth derivative of product of two functions u and v. If you don't know, please write it. First, as it is, nth derivative of second plus nc1. It is easy. nc1 u1 vn minus 1. Next, you understand nc2 u2 vn minus 2 and so on. Last is u and v. Here, subscript stands for the order of the derivative. Okay. This is the formula for nth derivative, means derivative of any order of product of two functions, u and v of x. Let's apply this formula here, because here you are saying product of x square minus 1 and v1, both are functions of x. So let's assume it u and this as v and apply this formula, but note that here n is n plus 1 also. Okay. So first, as it is, derivative of the second function n plus 1 times. So what is n plus 1 at derivative of v1? Vn plus 1, because one derivative is already there. Next, n plus 1 c1. N plus 1 c1 means n plus 1 only. Derivative of x square minus 1 u1. Your u is x square minus 1, so 2x. Then one derivative less vn. Next term n plus 1 c2. Next term would be n plus 1 c2. What is n plus 1 c2? N plus 1 into n over 2 factorial means 2. Derivative of this u2, that is 2, and one derivative less means vn minus 1. After that, you need not to write the steps, because next derivative of 2 would be 0. So you are done with the derivative of this term. Okay. Minus 2n times. Here also you can see product of x and v. Again apply this rule. Now u is x and v is v. So n plus 1 at derivative of this product means x as it is. N plus 1 at derivative of v is vn plus 1. Plus n plus 1 c1 means n plus 1 only. First derivative of x is 1. One derivative less means vn. After that, you need not to do anything, because derivative of 1 in the next step would be 0. So hope you understand this stuff. Any doubt you can ask me.
Sir, shouldn't it be Vn plus 2?
Yes, because it is v1 already. So you start from vn plus 2, then vn plus 1, and here vn. Yes, you're right. v1 is already there. You are differentiating n plus 1 times, so it starts from n plus 2. Any other thing you are saying? Is it okay, this step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's simplify it further. That thing you can do yourself. I'm just rearranging the terms. X square minus 1 vn plus 2. Then 2x vn plus 1 minus n into n plus 1 vn. Check it whether it's correct. Correct?
Fine, sir.
All right. Now, can I say that Vn is a solution of the Legendre's differential equation? Check the Legendre's differential equation. Does it match with that equation? It is second derivative of Vn, it is first derivative, it is Vn only. So if I assume Vn equal to y, it is nothing but the Legendre's differential equation. So you can say that Vn is satisfying the Legendre differential equation. But what is Vn? From this, Vn means nth derivative of this. Clearly it is a polynomial of degree 2n. So what will you get if you differentiate it n times? A polynomial of which degree? Okay, think it like this. You have a polynomial of 10th degree. If I differentiate it 5 times with respect to x, what is the resultant polynomial? What is the degree of the resultant polynomial?
5.
5. So it is a polynomial of degree 2n. Clearly, highest degree is 2n, right? If I differentiate it 10 times, then Vn is a polynomial of degree n. Correct? So Vn is a solution of this equation and Vn is a polynomial of degree n, but we already know that Pnx is a polynomial of degree n, which is a solution of the Legendre differential equation. So what should be connection between Pn and Vn? They should be same. There may be a difference of some constant only. Again, I repeat, Vn is a solution of Legendre differential equation. It is a polynomial of degree n clearly. Pnx we already know is a polynomial of degree n and satisfies the Legendre differential equation. So these two polynomials must be same, except there may be a difference of constant. So let's assume that constant is c. We will find this constant because we know a property. By the way, what is your Vn? V is this. Vn means nth derivative of x square minus 1 power n. We know a property of Legendre polynomials. What is that property? Value of a Legendre polynomial at x equal to 1 is 1. We know this. Pn1 is 1. Let's use it here and find the value of c. Pn1 means 1 equal to c times nth derivative of x minus 1 power n into x plus 1 power n. Right? I can break it, x minus 1 into x plus 1. I have done it with purpose. And also I need to put x equal to 1 here after doing the derivative. So what do I get after this step? Product of two functions, differentiation n times. So how to do? This is your u, this is your v. nth derivative of this product means what? Can you tell me? Nth derivative of u with respect to x.
Shouldn't there be 1 by 2 power n and n factorial also outside the bracket?
No. First, let's do derivative. Then I will tell you the next step. Derivative of x plus 1 power n times. Can you write that? You will get only n factorial. Or you can differentiate this also. Okay, let's differentiate u n times. What is the derivative of x minus 1 power n times? Is it n factorial?
Yes, sir.
N factorial. Okay, v as it is. Next, nc1 blah 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 you will write, but all the terms will carry the factor x minus 1. Am I right? Because after this step, you will write n minus 1 at derivative of this. That will certainly carry the factor x minus 1. So remaining all terms will carry the factor n minus x minus 1. So you can write in words also terms, this thing plus terms carrying the factors x minus 1. So at x equal to 1, all these terms would be 0 and you are left with c times n factorial into 2 power n. Right? It means c should be 1 over 2 power n into n factorial. So if you put the value of c here, you have got your formula, the Rodrigues formula. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt you can ask me. So now you have Legendre polynomials. From this formula, P naught x is 1, P1 x is x. If possible, remember the sum of the Legendre polynomials. That may be useful in some calculations. P2x is 1 by 2, 3x squared minus 1. Right, like this. So x is P1x, constant you can replace by P naught x. X square you can obtain in terms of P2x. Likewise, you can obtain x cube in terms of a Legendre polynomial. Let me write P3x also. P3x is 1 by 2, 5x cube minus 3x. So from this x cube will be in terms of P3x and x you can again replace in terms of P1. What I'm trying to tell you, any polynomial, whatever degree, suppose you have x cube plus 3x square plus 1. You have this polynomial and you want to write this polynomial in terms of Legendre polynomials. You can do that easily. From this you can get x cube in terms of P3 and P1. X square is already in terms of P2, x is P1, constant you can replace by P0. So you can express this polynomial in terms of Legendre polynomials. It means any polynomial can be expressed in terms of Legendre polynomials. Okay, so up to this I think you understand what are Legendre polynomials and how to obtain them. You can easily write the Legendre polynomials from the Rodrigues formula. So I summarize. Pnx can be obtained from the Rodrigues formula given by 1 over 2 power n into n factorial, nth derivative of x square minus 1 whole power n. This is Rodrigues formula, okay? Using this, substituting n, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., you can obtain Legendre polynomial of any degree. Second thing, Pn1 is always 1. Note down these 2 points about the Legendre polynomials. Now next, a very important property. Because of this property, these are very useful in applications That is orthogonality of Legendre polynomials. What is it? If we multiply two different Legendre polynomials and integrate from -1 to 1, answer is 0. These are orthogonal in this sense. Okay. If you multiply two different Legendre polynomials and integrate from -1 to 1, answer is 0 always. What happens if these are same? Suppose you are calculating Pnx into Pnx, means Pn square x. This integral, its answer is 2 over 2n plus 1. See these properties of Legendre polynomials, very, very important. Let's prove this. Proof of first one. Proof is very simple, just you have to see the steps once. Y equal to Pmx is a solution of which differential equation? The Legendre's differential equation given by y square minus 1, x square minus 1 y double prime plus 2xy prime minus m into m plus 1 y equal to 0, right? Y equal to Pmx is a solution of this differential equation, we know it. And z equal to Pnx is a solution of x square minus 1 z double prime plus 2x z prime minus n into n plus 1 y equal to 0. Correct? Pmx is solution of this, Pnx is solution of this. Let's name these equations 1 and 2. Multiply 1 by z and 2 by y, and then subtract the 2. See what you get. You should get x square minus 1 y double prime z minus z double prime y plus 2x into y prime z minus z prime y plus n into n plus 1 minus m into m plus 1 yz equal to 0. Just check this step. Is it correct?
Should it be n into
Yes.
n plus 1 minus 2 into m into
X square minus 1 y double prime z minus z double prime y plus 2x times y prime z minus z prime y. I think it's correct.
So what is the operation you are being using?
Multiplying first equation by z, this equation, and second by y, and subtracting the 2. Right?
Sir, last term won't be correct.
What should be there?
Sir, you have written it last term in the second equation. That should be z, n plus 1z. It is correct. The final answer is
No, this is correct or not?
yes, sir.
Okay. So this step is okay, then you can rewrite it further. Derivative of y prime z minus z prime y into x square minus 1. This is simple to see. If you differentiate it by using the product rule, x square minus 1 as it is, derivative of this you can check is this expression. Plus Derivative of x square minus 1 is 2x, and this as it is. So just I have written it in terms of differential. If you simplify this term, then what do you get? N minus m into n plus m plus 1 yz equal to 0. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Now integrate both sides. Integrate with respect to x from minus 1 to 1. What is the integration of first term? Derivative is no more, but this is the integral. In this integral, you are saying it is x square minus 1. So if you put upper limit, you get 0, lower limit 0. Means you will not get anything from the first term. Okay, 0 only. Second term, n minus m, n plus m plus 1, integral yz dz, not yz dz, yz dx. Y and z both are functions of x, minus 1 to 1 equal to 0. Now you see n cannot be equal to m because you are considering different Legendre polynomials. This term also cannot be 0. M and n both are non-negative. So this has to be 0. But what is y? Pmx and z Pnx. So finally what do we get? Integral minus 1 to 1 Pmx into Pnx dx is 0. So you have proved this property of Legendre polynomials. As I said, just you need to see the proof once. It's very simple.
But wouldn't it be applicable for complete domain? Like here we are only using minus 1 to 1.
This is valid only on this interval. Minus 1 to 1. Okay, these polynomials are used only on this interval. Likewise, you can prove the second property. I tell you the initial steps. Later you can follow the lecture notes. Second property is integral minus 1 to 1 Pn square x is 2 over 2n plus 1. So how to prove it? You know Pnx from Rodrigues formula. It is 1 over 2 power n into n factorial. Nth derivative. Let me write nth derivative in the format dn x square minus 1 power n. D stands for d over dx. So dn means nth derivative. This is Rodrigues formula, okay? So let's use it here. Means you begin with this thing, 2 power n into n factorial square integral minus 1 to 1 Pn square x. So what do you get on the right hand side? Means just I'm starting with this term. Pn I already know is this. So I squared it so that this is cancelled. And what is inside? Product of the same thing 2 times. Dn x square minus 1 power n dn x square minus 1 power n. After this, just I need to integrate it. Means there are some steps to solve it. Okay. Let me tell you one step. If I assume it first function and second function, what is the integral? First as it is, by parts I'm doing. These are 2 functions, first and second. First as it is, what is integral of second? Only one derivative is reduced. dn minus 1 x square minus 1 power n. Minus derivative of first means one derivative is increased. And integral of second means this same term, dn minus 1 x square minus 1 power n. This you have to solve over the interval minus 1 to 1. But you can understand this is n minus 1 a derivative of this term. So at least one factor x square minus 1 survives. And because of that, minus 1 to 1, you get 0 only from this. So what is the net effect of doing the integration one time, assuming first function and second function? One derivative is increased and one derivative is decreased. If I repeat this process, n minus 1 more times, what is left finally? Every time minus 1 would be appearing. So minus 1 power n. Minus 1 to 1. No derivative is left here, and this will go to d2n x square minus 1 power n, and here no derivatives left, means only x square minus 1. After this you can do, because it is a polynomial of 2n degree, you can differentiate it and then put x equal to sine theta, etc. There are simple steps. Please follow from the lecture notes. Okay, you will reach to this step. Okay, you will do it yourself. In the end, you will get 2 power n into n factorial whole square 2 over 2n plus 1. So this is cancelled from both sides and you are left with the required result. One more point I want to tell you regarding Legendre polynomials, then this topic is over. That is Legendre series. What is Legendre series? If you want to express a function in terms of Legendre polynomials, suppose any function fx is given, and you want to express in a series of Legendre polynomials, so you can write fx equal to c0 p naught x, c1 p1x, c2 p2x, and so on. In this series, what is unknown? The constants c0, c2, etc. Somewhere you will get, let me write in general, cn, pnx. So how to get these constants? Because in this series, the unknown things are constants. Multiply both sides by p and x and integrate from minus 1 to 1. Can you tell me what do you get on the right side? It's an interesting point. If I multiply both sides by p and x and integrate from minus 1 to 1, what do I get on the right hand side?
2 upon 2n plus 1.
Cn integral minus 1 to 1 pn square x, isn't it? Where other terms have gone?
0.
Because Legendre polynomials are orthogonal over this interval minus 1 to 1. So if p naught x into pnx 0, p1x into pnx 0, only when the Legendre polynomials are same, you have the answer 2 over 2n plus 1. So it means what is Cn? 2n plus 1 over 2 times this integral. It means you can express a given function in terms of a series of Legendre polynomials where the constants are given by this formula. Pnx you already know for any given n, and fx would be given to you. You can solve this integral to get your constants and write your function in the form of Legendre series. Let's see one problem very quickly. If fx is x, I will not solve it, just I'm writing it here. If fx is x, then its Legendre series you have to verify is 1 by 4 p0x plus 1 by 2 p1x plus 5 by 16 p2x and so on, using this formula. Okay. So point is that you can write a function in the form of Legendre series and the constants are to obtain using this formula. Okay, it's simple point. You can do this kind of problems easily. One final point for today's lecture. See this function. One minus 2xt plus t square power minus half. It can be proved that this is equal to n summation n from 0 to infinity t power n p n x. We need not to prove it. Proof is given somewhere. But something important is here that you are able to express this function in a series in t, but the coefficients are Legendre polynomials. That's why we call it generating function for Legendre polynomials. And from this, we can prove one thing known as recurrence formula for Legendre polynomials. This is the final thing I wanted to tell you. You need not to prove this one, okay? Just remember that this is a formula that can be proved. What is important here? You are able to write a series in T where the coefficients are Legendre polynomials. That's why this function is called generating function for Legendre polynomials. And from this function, you can prove a very important relation called the recurrence relation of Legendre polynomials. Why recurrence relation? Because Pnx is written in terms of Pn minus 1 and Pn minus 2. So you can express any Legendre polynomials in lower order Legendre polynomials using this. Okay, so I have left some trivial things, some trivial calculations for you. Hope you will do those yourself. But I've explained the entire concept of Legendre polynomials. Okay? So we will meet tomorrow in the next lecture.
Thank you, sir.